everybody. This is the Not for Normies Podcast, episode 14. I have my good friend here, Javier Callejas. My name is Christian Diaz. We're going to be talking about some indie games today, some hard-hitting RPGs, just some things we want to talk about.
Yeah, let's do it.
Starting off, we have this game, Born of Bread. I haven't heard of this. Javi sent this to me.
Yeah, I sent it to him yesterday. I totally forgot this game was coming out. This game comes out on December 5th. It does come out for Switch, but we do have the PS5 demo launch trailer. I can actually send you because there's a demo out right now for it. Honestly,
oh really?
If you're interested, anybody who's listening, or anybody who's watching, definitely give the demo a try. This is a turn-based RPG, and it looks like nothing I've seen before in terms of like a game like this. I've never seen a game quite like this. Like the
it looks
art
very
style
cute. I really like when things are like layered on the game like that. It has very like 2D 3D feel because like it has like a Paper Mario feel almost, where it's like a 2D character on this 3D plane.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And just like the battle mechanics. Did you see?
Yeah. It's you have to time the button presses. I see there. Yeah, and then it looked like another one too. It looks like there's a button press, and then he also does this other attack. Oh, you have to like wiggle the joystick. I think you have to like wiggle the joystick for an attack or something like that. See, he does it at the end of the video.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
You know what I really like is the fact that a lot of the environments you're able to interact with a lot of the environment, and the little bits and pieces you can actually interact with all of it, like whether it be food or whether it be here. Let me see if I can get you like an actual like a video of some of the demo, because I'm watching some of it right now.
Oh yeah, like the top comments are saying the exact same thing. It looks like a delightful Paper Mario styled game. Artwork looks very cool.
Yeah, I think it's like what do you think?
Damn, indie games make better Paper Mario game than Nintendo can. What a low blow.
I was just about to ask you. It's like, as it compares to like Paper Mario, do you like this art style a little bit more? Do you like it less? I mean, the music is good. The battle mechanics look fairly similar to.
This is very charming.
Paper Mario.
I really like this. I think this forest looks beautiful. Like how deep the forest goes, like how many layers you can see off in the back. It definitely looks very beautiful. I like it.
Yeah, I think it's really going to, for people who really miss this type of gameplay, like, you know, that Paper Mario style gameplay. I think it's going to be like it's a fresh face to something that, up until now, kind of only made, like that type of game was only made for like Paper Mario kind of games. Mm-hmm. Like I haven't really seen a game that does it quite like Paper Mario. So seeing a game that looks like this and feels like that, you know,
and I'm sorry to interrupt. I'm playing a little bit of the music right now from the video, from the demo launch trailer. The music sounds really good too.
Oh yeah,
there's like a guitar in the back during this battle sequence.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's nice. This is very RPG-esque type of music too. It's nice. I like it a lot.
What do you think about? What do you think? You think you're gonna be trying out the demo or nah? What do you think?
Oh, demo's out right now, right? That's what you said?
Yeah.
I'm downloading. I'm downloading it. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna download
demo
it
out
for sure.
Now.
I mean, it comes out in 5 days, bro. Like, this game comes out like now. It comes out, the 5th is on Monday, next Monday.
It has 31 ratings so far, 4.19 on PlayStation Store. That's the rating for just the demo, so.
Dang, bro.
Yeah.
That's kind of nuts. But, yeah, I say, check that game out for sure. The next game,
This is all you. I know you love Eastward. I have yet to play it.
I have Eastward stickers on my so me and Chris, we both bartend, we both serve. So I have stickers from Eastward in my little booklet, and like as I'm going through like work, I see them every now and again. So it's actually really it's one of the most charming games I've ever played. Storyline unbelievable. Um, for people who love Eastward, like who want like a really honestly, there's so many layers to Eastward itself.
Is this a sequel or is this like a DLC?
It's a it's a DLC.
DLC.
It's a DLC. If you like Eastward, I already know you're gonna like this game. The thing is that I don't know whether or not it has like a slot time. So I don't actually know. We don't actually know when this game is going to come out. It just said, uh, like end. What is it? It says coming out. That was coming out at the end of this, or coming out this month, which really annoys me when people do this because I'm like, guys, give us a heart. I assume they just don't.
Man,
want
this has
to...
a lot of Eastward has a lot of different like elements to it, huh? It's like an RPG puzzle, like farm life. It's got a lot of genres in it.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like, but they include a lot of new things in this.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So like, the farm life, all that stuff, all this stuff, I never saw it in the main game. The main game is more like you traveling to this area, like you getting to this point. And then I think this DLC is meant to kind of, it's like now that you're finally there, you create like a new, then it becomes more
like a new civilization, a new town type thing.
Yeah, it's like you're building a town. It's like a town management, farming sim. I don't know if there's. Well, I don't think there's gonna be like a romancing thing, just because
it doesn't feel like that.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't feel like that kind of game. But it definitely looks like there's gonna be a lot of, interacting with different people, like.
I do gotta try out this game because I can tell how passionate you've been about this game over the last couple years. And like even by the comments, like everyone's in love with this game. Everyone says how like they're so emotionally invested into this game. They love when this game gets recognition. It just holds such a special place in their heart. Like people really do love this game.
And don't even get me started about the soundtrack, bro. You who love to listen to OSTs. This soundtrack is nuts. It's super good. And there's so many different little tidbits in the base game that really make it so unique than any other game. You'll be playing the game, but then you'll be like, say for example, you go to the convenience store and there's a game outside of the convenience store. You can play the game. It's like playing a game within a game. And then like they'll be nerding out about the game in the game. And I'm like, what is happening right now? I feel like I'm in Inception right now. That's kind of nuts because people are getting so... You feel so immersed that you feel like a fly on the wall just listening to people's conversations. It's kind of nuts. You can tell that they really put a lot of effort. They really made it... You feel... that's why like this kind of RPG is very different than other RPGs that I played. And why people have fallen in love with it. Like, just the fact that this DLC is just like it's just a cozy farming sim. They don't even need to do any of this. The game itself is fantastic. Like the fact that you can like still be in this world, and like I get it too because considering that everybody's gonna be home with their families for this holiday, like I think it's nice. It's like a cozy game to play while everyone's
It does
home.
feel like a cozy game for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those cozy games where like you get to like be bundled up and just knock out a little bit of like farming together, like doing, just enjoying each other's company, when playing such crazy games that we've been playing the past couple of days or the past couple of weeks, it's nice to just like not have to really try, like just to play the game and just enjoy it as it was intended, and just kind of have a relaxing, like, because I feel like even farming sims nowadays tend to be a little bit more intense. Like I just got well, I was gonna go get Rune Factory, like I was gonna get Rune Factory 5, special edition. But I know it's like a huge time commitment. I think this DLC is made just for like a couple hours.
Yeah, from what I understand of the original Eastward, it was like a somewhat short experience too, right? Like a self-contained experience, not short, but like
you can sink some hours.
Really?
You can really like with all the different side things that you can do in that game, you can really sink some time into it. You could really do some damage. But it's a lot of fun, bro. You definitely got to give it a shot. Give it a shot before you jump into the DLC. I mean, the game itself, it shouldn't be that much. It might actually be on sale, honestly. Normally that game, it does have some sales every now and again on the eShop. And I mean, you can still, I mean, technically, because I know that Tunic never had like a physical until like they started getting a lot of recognition. It's the same thing with Eastward. Eastward never, I don't think it was slated to have a physical release, and then people loved the game, and then it got like mad backing from all the people that were playing the game, and now it has a physical release. I know you're not that big on physical, but I think this game, no, it's full price right now. Yeah, it's full price right now. But
what,
I mean,
Octopia?
No, Eastward, just the base game, Eastward.
I've seen it on sale before though. It goes on sale pretty often.
Yeah, it goes on sale pretty often, but even at its base price at $25, $24.99, bro, like this game is great. Like the price of entry in this game, I mean, people will tell you that it's not even enough. Like you get suboptimal experiences from bigger AAA titles, which I mean, I feel like that is something that we talk about a lot, is that some of these AAA titles.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I had the time of my life playing As Libre Vision, made by pretty much one dude, Kaizo, and like that game blows AAA titles out of the water with its gameplay.
Yeah, bro. Well, guys, this game is supposed to be slated to come out this month. Definitely check this game out. If you haven't played the base game, play the base game first, because you're not going to really understand all the different characters that are in the game. You know, you're not going to know where they're at. I don't even know if you can play the DLC before you finish Eastward. I actually don't know if that... I'd have to be fact checked on that, honestly. I'm not really sure, but I know
I'm excited for this. I'm excited for this next game to talk about that you sent me.
Guys.
I saw a little bit of this Europa first gameplay. Is this the studio that posted this, Enfant Terrible?
I think so. I like
how in the game for the YouTube video they say it's Ni no Kuni, the Wrath of the White Witch. Which is so fitting because it is like a Studio Ghibli game. It has like that same type of art style. I wonder if that was like YouTube's algorithm that chose that.
I'm not sure. I actually have no idea, to be honest.
Regardless, this game looks beautiful. First of all,
yeah, the game itself, like this game showed up on my feed yesterday, and I was just curious, checking it out. I was like, you know, I've never seen this game before. I was like, it looks kind of cool. I think it's also because like you see Studio Ghibli graphics in Unreal Engine RTX 490, and I'm like, I want to see it. Like,
what a weird way to show off the game though, like with the specs of a graphics card on there. I want to see if like there's other footage. Is there other footage, or is this the only trailer of it?
I saw some other videos on it, just circling around the internet. But this is the one that I gravitated towards, just because it kind of showcases a lot of like the world, and you get like that whimsical feeling. Like it introduces some other mechanics, such as like being able to kind of levitate, like you floating around the world. Very magical, very whimsical, very Studio Ghibli art style. Like just like this moment at 2 minutes 18 seconds, when you're just looking at the mountains, you see like that little floating island in the background with like a freaking gigantic moon just sitting right there next to.
Yeah, it's
like,
a really nice image.
Dude, it's nuts.
Yeah, that's real nice.
Crap. Like, is it like I'm more curious to know, with a game like this, what kind of game do you think, like, do you think it's going to be? Is it going to be more?
I think this is an exploration game.
You think it's an exploration game?
Yeah, I think this is a. It definitely feels like the whimsical nature of it makes me gravitate to saying it's definitely an exploration type game.
You mean like a walking sim type game, or like just like exploring?
Like puzzle exploring, yep. Like puzzle exploring, like platforming, puzzle exploring. I don't think like there may be like things to progress in this game, like, but I think the things that you get to progress in this game just make it like easier for you to travel, or like different movement things, like a grappling hook or something. But I don't think there's gonna be action in this game. Let me see. Hold on. Let me fast forward. I'm gonna fast forward a bit.
Well, I see some collecting. There's some shards you have to collect. But before I continue, I just was curious, because do you think this game kind of reminds you of Breath of the Wild a little bit?
Well, I think just in like maybe the world building of it, like how the world looks.
Like the world itself. Yeah, I'm about to say
the
just
world
like the
itself.
Way that the world looks. Like it definitely gave me. It was in that moment where it kind of does like the big reveal, and you see it like the entire world. And I'm like, that kind of gave me like such Breath of the Wild vibes when Link gets out of the cave and like you see the entire world, and you're like, what the?
Yeah, this game is just gonna tell like a really beautiful story. You're gonna learn about the world. It's gonna like throw puzzles and challenges at you, but it's mainly to enjoy the art and like enjoy the experience and like explore. This looks nice.
But I think when it comes to these types of games, I think it's interesting because a lot of these games, they do a lot of what's it called? World storytelling. Like you see like there are a couple of pages like that you find throughout the world to give you a little bit more context. You learn a lot about the world just from like going through the environments themselves and trying to see what may or may not have happened in the world. I'm going further in. There's like dungeon.
I'm watching a gameplay trailer separate from the one you showed me.
Okay.
Just to see if like the gameplay trailer shows like footage from deeper in the game, maybe like some threats. Oh wow, that's a beautiful environment.
I was really hoping that there was some type of like danger aspect, because if this game was more
honestly,
like
it seems like platforming and puzzles.
Yeah,
it just
if this game was more like Ni no Kuni, I'd be a lot more pumped.
But there is a little something in this gameplay trailer I'm watching. It looks like you come across these turrets, like I guess like Breath of the Wild, Guardian turrets. It kind of looks like there's turrets, but nothing super major for you to fight. So it's not going to be a super action-based game, but it is going to be a very beautiful experience. Like these are just one of those games like Journey, or like there's another one like Flowers or something, or like Abzu, the ocean one, where it's like it's just an exploration game where you just like it's about enjoying the 4 to 6 hour experience that is the game, and enjoy its beauty and platforming. No, but it's nice. I like to play these games with someone else, usually, like side by side with somebody, because these are the type of games that are really nice to experience with someone, like side by side, just to like marvel at the beauty of it together.
Yeah, that's why I'm seeing in the comments. A lot of people are very happy with the visuals. Obviously, I mean, this game. That's what this game's kind of about. It's just like that kind of art style. Though some people had the same idea that I had, thinking about making this into like an open world, like an open world. Well, when I saw it, I was like, that would be really cool to do an MMORPG with this kind of art style. Nuts. That would be kind of crazy.
Sounds like a big task. No, but that was good. I'm pretty excited for this. I wonder, this is definitely going to be Steam.
Yeah.
Wish list now. I don't know. How much would you pay for this? I would assume. Oh, there's a demo out. There's a demo out? Mm-hmm. Plan to release 2024. There's a demo out right now. I'm going to download
it. Let's see. How much would I pay for this kind of experience?
Let's say it's 6 hours long. I think that's a good time to put a game like this. I think this will be. I think maybe it hits 10 hours. I think maybe it hits 10 to 12 hours, but I don't think this is going to be a huge game.
You don't think it's going to hit 12 to 16, 16 to 20? I think it depends how big
it's just
the world
because
is.
I know games. I've played games like this previously, and just based off my experience, like Journey takes like 3 to 4 hours to beat. Abzu is almost the same thing. Like it's just, I can just tell what the type of game it is. That's what I've experienced. But maybe this is like a genre-defining game for this type of genre, and this is just like a huge 20-hour, very immersive type of experience. I don't know.
But
I'll tell you what, I'm downloading the demo right now though.
But I also think that for these types of games, when it's like more of like exploration, they could kind of drag on. Like it's not meant to be done in like one sitting. I don't think so. Like I think it's like if you're able to do it in one sitting, it should be like
this is like you beat over a weekend. This is like you beat over a weekend. Like you have like Friday night, Saturday all day play the game, Sunday you beat the game, and it's like, oh man, that was a good game. You know, you played it all weekend long. Like that. That's what
honestly
it feels like.
For that.
I think this is $30.
Game, I was gonna say $30 or $35.
I think it might go for $40. I think it might go for $39, $40.
Then it better hit that top end of like the time frame, like hitting 10 hours, because 4 to 6 hours, man, you wait for a.
If this is a 20-hour game, this is a steal, in my opinion. I think a good price point for it's like 30 to 40. If it's 20, that's pretty cheap for a game this pretty, in my opinion.
Honestly, sell this game on Steam, $34.99. Never get a physical release for this game. Put it on, if you want to do a physical release for this game, put it on limited run. I guarantee you, it's gonna sell out like that, like instantaneously. It's gonna sell out because these are the type of games that like when you look back on them, like 5 years from now, you're gonna be like, oh my god, this game looks so good. I totally forgot about this game, and then you never see it again. Yeah. But like, yeah, I would say $35 probably.
All right.
It's a nice game. I mean, what are you gonna do?
Now you sent me Laika, Age Through Blood, console release trailer. I think Head Up is that looks like the people who made it, right?
Yes.
I think that might be the actual person. Let me see. Yeah, everything they've posted is about this game, I believe.
So
no, actually, I think they post other shit. I really don't know if this developer or not.
So this game, I was first off thanking Nintendo Life for creating the actual for the article. I don't know if they're the one. Well,
I did see this. I did. I saw a little bit of this. Yeah. I think I might have saw Nintendo Life's article on it. Probably is what it was, like on my Google or something.
Bro, it does like the slow. First off, this is a bloody mess of a game. It is gory.
Oh, this looks fun though, man. This looks so fun.
Yeah, dude, it looks super fun. Super fun. It's got like that Mad Max vibes, 100%.
It even has like Trials vibes, like trials, like like the motocross games, like the trials.
Yeah.
Like on the bike, the physics remind me a lot about that. So
like
is this like level based? Is this like you get into a level, or is this gonna be? Yeah, it's for sure gonna be like level based, and then you probably fight a boss at the end or something.
I think it's level based. I think there's definitely a story because there's interactions outside of like that main gameplay aspect of you like riding this freaking motorcycle and obliterating everybody in your path. Man, I did not expect it to be this bloody, honest to goodness. My God. It is bloody.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I'm skipping through to other trailers as well, just to see if I can see like different type of gameplay.
Bro, this is Mortal Kombat levels of visceral.
Yeah, it's almost like comedic levels. It's like meant to be comedic with how much blood is on screen, you know?
Yep. Well, I see crafting. I see crafting in this with bike weapons, upgrades. I like that. I like the fact that there's parts in the game that you're able to interact with other people, which is really cool. Kind of gives it more of like an RPG kind of vibe to it.
This has already been out on PC and it's like now getting released on console, or?
Yeah, because there's a Nintendo Switch release January 11th.
Next
year. It is a Western inspired Motorvania set in a post-apocalyptic wasteland. So Mad Max, basically. But side-scrolling. And there's freaking... like, you're battling animals that look like... well, it's post-apocalyptic, so I assume they're all, like, mutants. But it looks super cool. There's mini games. I don't know if this is... I hope this is, like, an actual part of, like, the game. Like, at 40 seconds in, where they're playing poker. I can't tell... no. Are they playing blackjack? No, they're playing... yeah, they're playing blackjack. But it looks like it's getting some pretty decent reviews on it from people that played the game.
I'm checking the reviews on Steam real quick.
I'm actually trying to find the comments. I'm actually checking for comments, but
it's $20 and it has over 95%.
$20?
95%. Over 95.
100. Yeah, 100% buy. That's a buy. That's a buy. Yeah, $20 for this kind of game. This is the kind of game that easily has like 12 to 14 hours worth of gameplay. The visuals, nice animations, good music. Yeah, this is like right up my alley. Trials, so it's a classic Metroidvania mechanics. Bloody combat. People are giving it really good reviews on IGN. Yeah, dude. The world itself looks very, very well done. Like the backgrounds, the settings.
Yeah.
Super nice. Super nice. The foregrounds, very detailed. Environmental storytelling is all I gotta say. Environmental storytelling.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Especially when it comes to like post-apocalyptic games, because you don't get the full context, because they kind of throw you into the world, but you don't know what the heck is going on, which is like one of the biggest pitfalls about even movies when it comes to like post-apocalyptic stuff, is that you have to learn so much on the fly. Like you're getting story background from things that are going on in the world, the surrounding areas, everything, because you're where you are right now. So you're looking at this as like an outsider. So you have to get like some context clues. Really interesting stuff. This game looks nuts, though. It looks super cool. Super cool.
Next one we have to talk about. I'm pretty excited for this, honestly. The Supernormal game.
Oh, the Supernormal game.
Yeah. So this is a trailer that came out an hour ago from IGN. Thank you, IGN, for this footage. So this is an Allison Road.
Imagine that.
Allison Road spiritual successor. So Allison Road seems to be this other game that is a horror game that got discontinued. It seemed like I did minor research on this. Let me see, but it seemed like it got discontinued or something, from what people are saying. And it was gonna be like a horror game that rivaled like PT, because PT was just meant to be like a demo. And I guess it just went under and it never happened. But this Supernormal game is gonna be its successor. And I mean, dude, it looks creepy as fuck, man.
Yeah, it's the atmosphere on this game is, and when it comes to like paranormal games, get me so sus.
You know, any scary game in a house is just so scary. Like anything in a house is so fucking terrifying to me.
Wait a minute. Do you control? Because I'm looking at it at like 10 seconds, or sorry, not 10 seconds. At like a minute 6. Do you control? Is this like
Oh, the cameras?
Is this like Five Nights? Is this like Five Nights?
Oh my god, this is scary, bro. Oh my fucking god. Is
this like Five Nights?
Oh, I'm scared watching the trailer, bro. Like I can't.
Bro, if this is like Five Nights at Freddy's, bro, that would be kind of nuts. With the level of detail on this game, ooh, absolutely, that would scare the piss out of me, bro. This is the kind of, because that would be really cool if they did a game where it has like Five Nights at Freddy aspects, but it also has like you exploring.
It definitely seems like that camera thing at that point. Look through cameras. Okay, so the TV is telling him to look through the cameras. But yeah, it seems like looking through the cameras is an aspect of the game.
Like a mechanic. Yeah. Hell no, dog. But then it also has like its PT moments where like literally
you're just walking through the house.
Literally a minute 28. A minute 28. That's like a PT moment. That is a PT moment.
This is scary.
Horrifying.
I love horror games, man, but I'm such a bitch. This shit terrifies me.
That's legitimately horrifying.
Oh, is this based on a real thing?
What, the game?
Oh, no. It just says inspired by Allison Road, uncovered the sinister truth behind the disappearance of Masato Sakamoto's daughter. That's not a real thing, is it?
You're going to give people a freaking heart attack. Somebody in the comments, please let us know if this is a real thing or not. Because, you know, like when it comes to like inspired, there's obviously
like not a real thing.
Hey, man, I don't know. If it's inspired by true events, inspired may not mean that it's based on a real thing.
Oh, you use your microphone. It says use your microphone to communicate with paranormal entities.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Wow.
That's horrifying. Is it kind of like oh my gosh, what's that game where you go into like where you're like a group of people and you
Phasmophobia.
Phasmophobia. Oh, is this like a Phasmophobia type deal? Except
I put like like 100 hours into Phasmophobia. I fucking love that game.
Bro, this is like a solo Phasmophobia, but even scarier.
Yeah, this looks 10 times better graphically than Phasmophobia does. Like, so this is gonna make you shit yourself.
Yeah, and I've actually really I love watching just YouTubers play.
I'm looking at Allison Road footage just to see. Yeah, like when I look at it, all I see is like prototype footage, prototype gameplay of Allison Road.
Yeah, I think this game must have gotten either delayed into oblivion or they had to shut down the studio entirely. Though I don't know if it was only like it had to have been a team that made this game. Do you think this is the kind of game that's like more than like it's a pretty long experience, or do you think it's going to be kind of short?
Probably shorter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably games like this are like 3 to 5 hours, I'm assuming.
Yeah, not even the amount of stuff that you get to do in this world. Be, ooh, no.
I
Like
mean,
going into somebody's room.
this shit is so much more about the experience, you know.
Oh, I just shuddered like actual. Oh, hell no.
Off the
Bruh,
same
it's like
trailer we're watching.
no, like so I'm looking at the Allison Road prototype gameplay,
Yeah, yeah.
and like there's a moment where like you walk like when like a door is open and the light is on and you like walk in like or you walk past and like you see something flickering, but no, it's a no.
Yeah.
Like it puts you on pins and needles just walking past, just walking through the world gets you on pins and
That's what I'm
needles.
saying. Like
Actually,
walking through a house, there's so much to like game design and art design that goes into these type of horror games. It's just like being able to make walking through a house scary is so unique, you know?
I think this is what. So, I played Resident Evil 2, the 2 remake, the 3 remake, the 4 remake, but there's something about doing it in first person that makes that experience so much more horrifying. So like doing
Oh, I just got shivers, man.
but I'm telling you, dude, I'm telling you,
Just
it's like
watching this
doing it
gameplay.
like imagine playing this kind of game in VR.
No, it'd be really bad, man. Dude, PT is almost 10 years old. Wow.
Can you believe that? And it still holds up, bro. It still holds up. Like
Shout out
that
to all
game,
those people that downloaded PT before it got taken off the
bro.
store.
Yeah, bro. PT, dude. PT is, bro. That game was revolutionary for its time.
Yeah,
Revolutionary for the genre. Like
100%.
it's
So many
something.
indie games, like so many indie horror games came out from the conception of fucking PT to try and mimic what PT was doing. I mean,
Yeah, dude.
same thing with
Layers of fear.
Allison Road and Supernormal. Like they're trying to emulate the fear that fucking PT instilled on all these fucking teenagers. You
Yeah,
know?
dude. Just playing layers of fear, you get like all those senses of like um of PT playing that game. Though I will say that Layers of Fear is a lot more fleshed out. Uh, like PT was more of like an experience. Like it's like but Layers of Fear has like different biomes, different places you go to, different experiences. Like it's kind of nuts. Um,
A funny
so
comment I see in the Supernormal video is the spiritual successor to the spiritual successor to PT. It's pretty funny.
it's like gotta love it, gotta love it. Oh man, that's funny.
Next up, we
So
got some big juicy gameplay showcase.
hey,
Big juicy
er,
gameplay of Dragon's Dogma 2. There was a showcase like a couple days ago. I think the 27th or 26th. I think was like a Capcom showcase. I think it was like a 20-minute long video, but this is a GameSpot's just gameplay overview of the showcase.
mhm.
Hold on, let me just up the quality here.
Yeah, and this is my first time watching it too. So
Oh, I saw this. I saw this already, but it's still epic nonetheless. Like, so freaking dope, bro. Very, very
I'm
excited.
pumped.
They
I'm
show
pumped to
off
check
a
this
new
out.
vocation in this game, in this video. I'm gonna skip the beginning.
Did you play OG Dragon's Dogma?
I did. Yeah. I didn't beat or get far, but I did like 20, 30 hours of the
Wow, it
original for
looks
sure.
good. Wow, it looks good, bro. Wow. A minute 45. Oh my goodness. This gameplay looks great. It looks great. Yo, art design on this is fantastic. Yo, y'all killed this.
I
Y'all
love that
killed
Dragon's
this.
Dogma really plays with like old school mythology creatures, like
Yeah.
griffins, trolls, like
It's like
Medusa.
old.
Yeah,
Mhm. It's like that kind of this kind of fantasy is like something I really like I don't know how like
Oh, that Minotaur looks epic. Oh, bro, that whole combat scene right there at like 2 minutes 12 seconds.
No, dude. Just wait till you get to like 2 minutes 20. Like it's like 22. It's like 22. Yes. Like 2 minutes 22.
Yeah, yeah. He does that whole spinning move with the whole. Yeah,
dude.
Oh, and then we see a huge boss, Talus. They go over it later, I think.
Oh, okay, I was just about to be like, who?
You're gonna see.
Dude, super awesome trailer. Super awesome trailer.
Yeah, I'm skipping ahead to where they're fighting the big the big Talus monster. Well, Talus giant
comes out March 22nd. Okay, good. It's only gonna be for next gen. It was like it's only gonna be for next gen and for PC. That's it. That's all it's gonna be on. Good. I think they slotted it for that like in March specifically to make it a contender for Game of the Year next year.
Maybe.
I think so.
I like that I feel like they're taking a page out of like Shadow of the Colossus by adding in this like huge fucking monster to climb and defeat. But I still like it.
No, I actually like that. Well, I go for that kind of stuff. Like having like a monolith type of creature to beat is for me. That's like right up my alley. Like I think that's an A+. I think that's an A+. Though I think they slotted this game to come out a month after Final Fantasy Rebirth.
February is also the same month of Persona 3 Reload.
No, it's not gonna. I don't think it's gonna have. I don't think it's gonna have the legs for it, bro. Remember, Reload is a remake. It's not going to be. It's not a standalone. It's not a.
Well, they're changing more than just the graphics of that game, but it's a full remake.
Yeah, I'm about to say it's like technically Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is also a remake too.
Yeah, it's the same type of remake.
Yeah. I don't know.
7 is just way bigger of a remake, but yeah.
Yeah.
Way bigger of an overhaul.
But do you think that Dragon's Dogma 2 has the legs to overshadow Final Fantasy VII Rebirth?
Here's the thing. Dragon's Dogma 1, right? Or like Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen, the title that came out after 1 with the DLCs and stuff. I feel like it only got popular after its release. Dragon's Dogma got overshadowed by the game it came out with during the time. Released with what other game? Oh yeah. The original Dragon's Dogma got overshadowed by something. I think it was like Skyrim or some shit. Because it came out 2012.
Yeah.
Games that came
out in 2012.
Out in 2012.
This game, like watching some of the Dragon's Dogma trailer for like when they're fighting that.
Damn, 2012 was a good year.
Yeah, dude, it was a good year. It was a good
Mass
year.
Effect 3, Borderlands 2, Persona 4 Golden, Assassin's Creed 3, Black Ops 2,
Black Ops 2,
Hotline Miami, Diablo 3. Fuck.
Imagine trying to compete for Game of the Year when you have all that in your
on the other side. But I remember Dragon's Dogma wasn't big when it came out. Like it was very, very underground. And then it wasn't until like I swear to God, like the last 3 years, Dragon's Dogma has been getting so much like underground like YouTube love. Like people have been loving Dragon's Dogma lately, been replaying it, doing like meme builds and stuff like that. I feel like I see a lot more of the game now than I did back then, to be honest.
Well, I think people are more into these types of games just because of, like, now, this game is not like, it's not like because you're fighting different monsters in this game, I don't know if this game would be considered more of like a Souls-like kind of game.
This was before Souls-like.
Yeah, I was about to say, this game is before Souls because
I think so. Let me see, Demon Souls.
Dark Souls. I was about to say Dark Souls, Demon Souls.
Well, Demon Souls is 2009, so this is 3. Well, Demon Souls was 3 years before, but like, let me see, Dark Souls 1 release date 2011. So I guess Dark Souls 1 did exist. So I guess this could have been seen as like a Souls-like game in 2012.
You think so, right? Or at least I think so. I think it kind of it's
Dragon's Dogma is such a unique game because Capcom made it. Honestly, like it's such like I feel like it's such an odd thing for Capcom to make like a fantasy action RPG like this. Don't you think so? Like, let me see something.
Well, didn't Capcom make
Capcom RPG? I'm looking at Capcom's other games.
I mean, didn't they?
Oh, they make Monster Hunter.
I was about to say they make Monster Hunter. They also make Resident Evil 2.
I know, but Dragon's Dogma doesn't play like either one of those games, you know?
But they do play kind of like Monster Hunter. A little bit. Like I think it's more the world that kind of reminds me of Monster Hunter, but not like the actual gameplay itself. The gameplay itself, Monster Hunter has its own fighting mechanics, all the different, especially Monster Hunter Rise. Like it's
definitely the closest thing. The closest thing Capcom has to an action RPG like Dragon's Dogma would be Monster Hunter. But
that's what I think.
But I can see how Capcom made Dragon's Dogma, I guess, trying to emulate Dark Souls in a way. But it was also trying to emulate a few things when it came out, like because it had
Shadow of the Colossus.
Because it had the climbing as well. It had the climbing aspect to it. It had this whole shit with the pawns, and the pawns remind me a lot of Fable.
Pawns? What are you talking about? Hold on. The pawns.
Bro, Dragon's Dogma is all about the pawns. You haven't played Dragon's Dogma?
I have it. It's on my backlog. I'm sorry, guys.
Okay.
It's in my backlog.
Okay.
What do you want me to tell you?
So you don't even know how Dragon's Dogma plays, bro. Okay, so Dragon's Dogma.
I'm watching it.
the companions that you have are called pawns, right? And the whole thing with them that makes Dragon's Dogma such a unique experience is your pawns. You can either make yourself. You have like a main pawn you make yourself, but mainly the pawns you get from other real people. You upload your pawns to like the server, and when you want to have a new companion with a specific build or specific stats, you're hiring a pawn from another real player.
Okay.
And there's other things you can do with your pawns. Like, they're more than just NPC companions. They really grow with you, and they learn how you fight, and they fight accordingly. So like, if you are like a behind the ranks type of fighter, like an archer or a sorcerer, like your pawn will learn to fight more up close and take hits for you, or like do certain things. Like,
that's kind of nuts.
That's why Dragon's Dogma 2, like when they were first showing off the first reveal trailer for Dragon's Dogma 2, they showed you and your pawn like high-fiving. They showed your pawn catching you from the air as you were falling from a cliff. Like, this is the original.
Wow.
Yeah, this is the original Dragon's Dogma 2
gameplay trailer.
Yeah, like I'm gonna resend it to you here on the show notes.
Yeah, because I think I remember seeing it with you. I remember watching it with you.
I just resent it right now. So like, oh, actually, this isn't the one, but I mean, but
do you create your own class? I know you can do everything to your own character. There's like a huge thing about its character creator, but you can kind of be anything you want to be, right?
Yeah, you can kind of play.
You could be a knight. You could be an archer.
Yeah, but once you kind of start building towards a certain role, you don't really like switch around.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but you do like kind of evolve. They're called vocations, right? So like the main it's been a few years, but the main vocations I think are like warrior, sorcerer, archer, and a thief. And then from that, it's like an MMO where you go through like a job advancement. So like I think like a warrior then becomes like a gladiator or a berserker or something. An archer has you can then like fuse vocations. I think like a sorcerer and an archer together can become a magical archer. So when we're watching that footage from the new trailer, I think like a minute in, they show like a minute or so in, they show like a character shooting a bow and arrow, and it shoots out like blue arrows. It's like a minute and 47 seconds in the new trailer. That's a magical archer ability usually. That's like a combination of two classes leveled up together, and then like you get like specific attacks.
Gotcha.
No, it is very unique. You have to play Dragon's Dogma to understand how it differs from a lot of these other action hack and slash RPGs, because Dark Souls is very methodical in its combat. This is somewhat methodical, but more like there's so much to Dragon's Dogma that makes it what it is. It has such a feel with its gameplay. It's hard to describe.
Do you think this game's going to be multiplayer?
Not in the sense that you're thinking, probably. I think when this video starts, the two Japanese guys, I shouldn't say that, but like the two guys, I think they say that this is meant to be a single player RPG. Yeah. Narrative driven action RPG. Okay, it doesn't say single player. But
there's a moment like where at the very end of the clip of the video, like around 12 minutes 5 seconds, 12 minutes, like 12 minutes 5 seconds, where they're fighting, but there's like a big humongous host of people fighting a dragon. And I saw it and I was like, it would be really cool to have these kind of huge large scale battles with more than just one person.
I don't think this game is meant to be a single player experience with you and your pawns. Dragon's Dogma 1 doesn't have multiplayer. The multiplayer is the pawn aspect to it.
Gotcha.
And I'm pretty sure it's going to be the same in this game. You can have up to 3 pawns. So like it's a party of 4 that you're making.
Yeah.
With 3 pawns.
Do you think this game is going to run well? Like 60 frames. Like actually well. Like look, just there's like a moment there.
I mean,
like
on PC it's definitely going to run.
Yeah, I know it on PC it's gonna run. That's what this game was kind of made.
At the end with the sorcerer abilities, the big sorcerer abilities lag the game.
Oh yeah, you saw that, right?
Yeah, but that's an listen. If you scroll down to the comments, the top comment. If you scroll down, if the sorcerer spells don't tank the frame rate, I don't want it. 10 out of 10 showcase, cannot wait. They love it, bro, because hit lag, stun lag is what makes games like this. I promise you, it's intentional, intentional stun lag, intentional hit lag, because it adds like oomph. It adds like
Guys, in the comments, is this OP? I need to know. Is when the frame rate tanks when you're hitting a monster or somebody. Is that something you look out for? I notice it in other games, but is that something we actually look out for? I'm like yo.
Okay, like in Smash, for instance. In Smash, for instance, when you get a meteor smash off stage, like you get a down A off smash, it stuns for a second, but then you're like, oh shit, because it's like a big moment, It's the same thing in here. It's like a sorcerer is casting a big ass spell, and then like a fucking meteor is coming from the sky. The game lags for a second because it's a big impact, Listen, you just don't get it, Javi. You just don't get it, bro.
I just don't get it.
You just don't get it, bro. You gotta be a real gamer, understand hit lag.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah. Come on.
What else do I see in the comments? Oh, that's very much like a Lord of the Rings type of game. I can see.
Yeah,
it.
the fantasy levels are off the chart.
Yeah, fantasy's definitely on it. Parallel universes, I don't know about that. I think it's just like the fantasy type of.
This game. Oh no, it matters just because this game, it's still the same world of Dragon's Dogma 1, but set in a parallel universe.
Oh.
Yeah. It's very specific just because like in events that happen in Dragon's Dogma 1, like it's a very story driven narrative base. So like literal things happen in the world between like interpolitical events and like big moments of things happening to cities and stuff like that. So like they can't really like choose to put it in. I guess they could have made it in the same exact world because it still has the same dragon. Like the Dragon's Dogma is all about that big red dragon that you see. So it still has that same dragon, a lot of the same mythos behind it, but just set in a parallel world. And I think also they do that in a way just to like make new players not so pressured into playing the first game, wanting to play the first to understand the second. I really don't think that's the case in this situation. I think you can just go straight to this game.
Though I will say, I mean, this game does come out like in March. So honestly, if you did want to play the first game, you still have some good time.
Dude, and Dragon's Dogma 1 goes on sale for like less than $8. Like,
yeah, dude, the physical copy of this game goes for like $15. It's nothing.
You can get it digitally for $7 on the eShop. Like,
yeah, Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen.
Yeah,
is that the one with all the DLC and everything?
Yeah,
blah blah blah.
It's like $7.
Yeah, it's like nothing. It's literally chump change. And Capcom always has sales going on, man. They're a behemoth of a company. They're always running sales. Like this game, if you don't have this game, go buy it because at least the first one. The first one, go buy it because it's it's chump change money. But are you pre-ordering this game?
Dragon's Dogma 2 for sure, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steam or PS5?
That's a good point. I really don't know because now I have a PC that can play games like this, so I really don't know. Yeah, because for sure it's not gonna run 4K 60 frames. It's gonna run 4K 30 frames. Shot.
Can you do it on your? You have a 3060 Ti? Do you have a 3060?
4070.
Oh, 4070.
4070.
Not the Ti.
Not the
Ti version.
I have the regular 4070, I think.
I only got the 4070.
But
hasn't.
But yeah, I don't know. I really gotta see because this is definitely a game I want to play on PlayStation for obvious reasons. But like, I don't know if I can run it very smoothly on my PC. I may want to play it on PC as well.
That's what I'm saying though. Is that I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna run on PS5 or on Xbox Series X. I don't know.
Capcom's games run pretty good on PC. Like their Monster Hunter ports run very well, and they usually, I think I'm gonna get this game on Steam. I think I'm getting this game on Steam because now that I think about it, Capcom games on PC are the best, just because they're so like they allow for like so much mod support, and I know a game like this is gonna have a ton of mod support.
I basically completely convinced you to get this game on Steam.
I think so. Now. Yeah.
At this very moment, I just did it.
Yeah.
At this very moment.
I'm pretty sure I will try and get this on Steam. Yeah.
Well, guys, this game comes out in March. Mark your calendars. This game's gonna be right after Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Save your money. Save your money. Get this game. And now
for
the last one. For the last
February
game.
2nd release, we have P3 Reload, Persona 3 Reload, which Javi thinks won't stand up to the RPGs of next year.
I'm just saying that you have other games slotted right after this game.
No.
It's going to be
I know what you're saying. I know exactly what you're saying.
No, it's because I'm a huge Persona fan. So the fact that I honestly, and it's sad, but I want to be more realistic, is that it's going to be overshadowed by
FF7, and Dragon's Dogma around the corner,
which comes out a week after. I think it comes out a week after Persona 3. I think people are going to buy Persona 3 Reload, and then immediately after, Instacart Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Like that game, it's going to be everywhere. It's going to be all over YouTube. It's going to be over everywhere.
I'm looking at Game Informer's release schedule for 2024 just to see exactly what's coming around the time. January, we have Alone in the Dark, Bulletstorm VR, Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown,
I'm pumped for that game.
Another Code Recollection, Last of Us Part 2 Remastered, Howl, Apollo Justice, Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth, Tekken 8, Rugby. Okay, nothing. I mean, the biggest game there I see really is like Last of Us Remastered Part 2, Tekken 8, maybe Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth. Now February, this is a big one. Oh my god, Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. I forgot about.
Yeah,
I forgot about Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. That's an RPG I was really looking forward to.
Yeah, it showed up on my feed yesterday.
Yeah,
I totally forgot about it too. But
Persona 3 Reload, Suicide Squad, Helldivers 2, Banishers.
Bro, I'm gonna cry just watching this Heroes Arrival trailer. I'm like, oh my god. Yeah. It looks so good.
So February for RPGs, we have Grand Blue, good. Persona 3, Final Fantasy 7, and then next month after that, we got Dragon's Dogma 2. And then we have
games, bro.
Euden. Yeah.
Euden Chronicles?
No, so for the first few months, we have like 4 huge RPG releases. FF7, Dragon's Dogma, P3 Reload, and Grand Blue Fantasy.
Yeah, dude.
February, March.
Though I know that you told me that I have to keep my eyes off for Grand Blue Fantasy. It's like I know that the art style is not my cup of tea, but I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt.
What's the difference between Grand Blue's art style and this art style? Like it's anime.
Wait, is this Grand Blue? Wait, because it's
Grand Blue's the anime one looking one.
No. There's one Grand Blue that's like. Is it? Oh man, or maybe am I thinking of a different game? Shoot, I might be thinking of a different game. Shoot,
it's okay.
Because this is no. I'm trying to think. There's a game that reminds me of Grand Blue.
Oh, dude, I'm watching footage of Grand Blue right now. I can't wait for this game. I hope it's good, man, because this game has been fucking talked about since like 2018. All right, back to Persona though.
Oh, I'm thinking of a different game. Okay, I'm fine. No, I was looking at this game and I was thinking of another one. I was thinking of a completely different game. But this is an action RPG. Bro, this game looks dope as shit.
No, Grand Blue Fantasy is gonna be dope as shit. Yeah.
Yeah. This game's gonna be top tier. Definitely gives me what's it called? Chronicles.
Xenoblade?
What's it called? Yeah, Xenoblade.
Art style, yeah. I can see that. The anime-esque, yeah.
Yeah. Same
I love the character designs, though. I love the character designs and the combat design in this game. Alright, back to Persona, though.
Yeah, let's talk about
Persona 3 is actually coming out with a lot of these, like, if you go down, they're coming out with a lot of these trailers, like Meet the Cast. Like, they have, like, Meet the SEEs, Meet the different characters and stuff like that. I've been watching them today.
So hyped, bro.
Just to get hyped for this, I'm replaying Persona 4 Golden right now on my Switch. And then Melissa is actually playing Persona 5, and I'm watching her play Persona 5. So like
she's playing Royal, right?
Yeah, she's playing Royal. So
it's so good.
We've just been on the Persona train like for the last whole week, and I'm just gonna keep playing Persona all the way up until like this releases.
Yeah, and I mean I haven't stopped playing Persona 5 Tactica. I mean, granted, they're not the same kind of. They're not the same game, but
same IP.
Like, but same IP, and just the fact, just being. Is that when you dive into Persona, you go headlong into, especially when you start getting invested in relationships with other people. It's like you can't stop, and you're constantly like, you're looking for a reason to jump in. You're looking for a reason to talk to these people, to get stronger, to get better. It's so engaging. It's so engaging. I'm freaking pumped. But this trailer itself looks so good. Like, oh man, it's Persona. It's the Persona 5 treatment for Persona 3, dude.
I think this game, gameplay wise, I think it added like an ultimate move for every character. I think nice. I think like every character now has like an ultimate move they do. because from what I can see of the character trailers, it looks like they do this little like movie cutscene for the character, and then it does like an ultimate attack. It seems like,
okay,
but it does look better than Persona 5, don't you think?
There's some moments where I would say that
some moments do look better than P5, which makes me well, not really, because this will definitely be possible in the same Persona 5 engine, but this leads me to believe that maybe they're trying to up their engine, or like work on a new engine for maybe a new Persona game.
Or maybe they learned some things from making Persona 5 and the other, like, and like they've learned a lot of things from Persona 5, the feedback, listening to other people like in the industry, and being like, okay, it's like, let's change, like, it's like maybe the core gameplay, all the different little aspects of, like, that's why they made so many iterations for Persona 5. Like, they made like just from Persona 5, like from Persona 5 to Persona 5 Royal, it may not be an entirely different it's not a completely different experience, but it's a more enhanced experience. It's definitely the best of Persona 5 like the best of Persona 5 had to offer. And that's why I think that this game, it definitely took all of those best aspects and then just leveled up that my gosh, I can't even think. Like that production value. They leveled it up so much. That's why I'm like, there are a couple moments there where I really, and also I really enjoyed I've always enjoyed the color scheme that they have for Persona 3. Like that dark, like those dark blues and the reds, or the dark blues and like the blacks, and like it makes everything pop out.
Yeah, every Persona has its own unique style and color scheme with it. This one's is like blue. Persona 5's is red. Persona 4's is yellow. Like yellow and green. Yeah, I know Persona 3 is a very dear heart, like a very dear game to a lot of people. I know Persona 3 got a lot of people into the game, including me, even though I barely played Persona 3, the original. I played Persona 3 FES, which was this like Japanese localized version, well, this English localized version from a Japanese version that came out for PS2. And I only got like 5 or 6 hours into it before I picked up Persona 4 and fell in love with Persona 4, and then more than 100% in that game. But Persona 3 I've always wanted to go back to and play, just because the aesthetic alone is what got me into Persona. Like, I was just looking for an RPG to play at one point, and then I remember finding Persona 3, and I remember just seeing the fact that the main character pulls a gun to his head, shoots his head, and then like a Persona comes out. I remember seeing that for the first time, and I'm like, oh, this game's dope. Like, this is such a cool concept, you know?
Yeah,
and then
it definitely is for like a more mature audience. Like, it's definitely like has darker tones. Though I will say that I think Persona 4 has more of the darker elements. Like, I think Persona 4 is a little bit more of a darker game than Persona 3. Some people may argue that.
I think honestly, 3 may be the darker one, to be honest. Even though I don't fully know the story. I mean, I know 4 is like a whole murder mystery.
Yeah.
I don't fully remember the story in 3, but just based off like the feel, 3 feels darker to me. But 4 story-wise is pretty dark.
Yeah, the story of Persona 4 is really dark.
I really don't know the story of Persona 3. I think they all live in a school. I think they all live in a school together.
Yeah,
like
they do.
It's like
they all live in a school. Yeah, it's like a boarding school. So Persona 4 is more like you go, like you're
in a small town. You're a transfer student in a small town. That's how Persona 5 feels as well. You're like a transfer student as well.
Yeah. But Persona 5 was really the thing that got me hooked on Persona. I think, no, actually,
yeah, I remember.
Persona Q was what got me into Persona 5. I was like, oh, this is a Persona game. Let me try it out. And then I played it. I was like, oh my God, this game is one of the best games I've ever played in my entire life. But then, like, I learned about all these characters from Persona Q, not knowing, or from Persona 3 and Persona 4, not knowing that this is where they came from.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, who are these characters? But then, you end up loving them. And then you find out later, because you never got to play those. I never got to play those games because they were on, like, PlayStation 3. And, like, I never had an opportunity to really to play them. Mm-hmm. So, now getting an opportunity to play them again, but having like this new life bled into them from like Persona 5, from like everything that they learned from Persona 5, like it's so refreshing to watch, and it's so cool to see the fighting in this game and all the different like the way that it's so stylized. It looks so good, and the big moves, like those really big all-out attacks, look so good. Also, just super random. This game's coming out day one on Game Pass.
Oh, really?
Yeah, dude. This game is day one release on Xbox Game Pass.
That's pretty sweet, man.
Wow, nice. Bro. Wow. What kind of money did they have to shovel out to Atlas to get this game day one on Game Pass? If you don't have Game Pass, if you own an Xbox and you don't have Game Pass, what in the world are you doing? That is like one of the best services that you can get, especially for somebody if you're not like hardcore into like owning games physically. Just get that thing, bro. It is worth it 1,000%. 1,000%. Oh my god. But yeah, dude. Here's a question, because I was curious to know. Do you think that Persona 4 Golden will have the same treatment as Persona 3 Reload before a new Persona game? Before
that's really interesting, because I was thinking that myself. A lot of people in the comments were saying that I saw a couple comments saying how like people are saying like, oh, now Persona 4 is going to get that treatment and stuff. But I feel like I honestly feel like Persona 3 needed this treatment, whereas Persona 4, not to say that it still holds up, because Persona 4 Golden still looks dated, but
yeah,
I feel like Persona 4 Golden still may just hold up, and I don't think it may need a remake. I feel like Persona 3 needed a remake, because Persona 3 got another remake for the PSP, called P3P, and then like Persona 4 had gotten Persona 4 Golden, which was like its definitive edition. While P3P almost felt like a downgrade in some ways, because P3P had gotten rid of like, it didn't have the extra content from FES, I think, and then also it had like changed the way the dungeons worked and how you roamed around the dungeons and went into battles. I don't know. I just feel like Persona 3 may have been a little bit more dated. I mean, dude, it came out in 2006. Jesus.
Yeah, dude, that game is old. That game is actually old.
I feel like this one definitely needed this reload treatment. I honestly don't think Persona 4 needs that treatment. I mean, would I like to see it? Yeah, I would, but I don't think it necessarily needs that treatment as of yet. I mean,
do you think it would get that treatment before we see another Persona, before we see Persona 6?
I think we see a Persona 6 before we see a Persona 4 remake.
Ooh, in the comments, because I'm curious to know, because I actually opposite that. I actually think that we're going to get a Persona 4 Reload before, or Persona 4, I don't know what they're going to call it. Let's just call it Persona 4 Reload for the sake of. We get that before we end up getting Persona 6.
Sure.
Because I don't, like, there's no...
Shit.
It's like, if there was information on it, somebody would have already data mined that crap already. It's like, nothing. I have no idea. None whatsoever.
Original P5 came out 2016. Jesus. Okay. Persona 5 came out 2016. 5 Royal came out 2019. October 31, 2019. We're now 4 years away from that. But the difference between P5 and P4, just to see like how long it takes them to really make these games. Well,
yeah,
dude,
like time frame.
P4 to P5 is fucking a long ass time. Persona 4 was 2008, and then Persona 5 was 2016. So between 4 and 5 was 8 years. I mean, they did come out with Golden in between that. So Golden was like, oh shit, Golden still came out 2008. Jeez, damn, we're getting old. Holy fuck.
It's like double
I feel like I remember when Persona 4 Golden came out. Like, so Persona 5 Royal 2019. So I mean, dude, if it really took another fucking 8 years before we got another one, 2016, it'd be 2024 next year.
It'd be next year.
If we went by Royal, it'd be like 2026, 2027.
Because you have to think timeline. Next year we're getting Persona 3 Reload. It's like I say in the same year we get a release trailer for Atlus's next game. I don't know what it's going to be though. I have no idea.
I'm looking at Atlus's upcoming projects. Hold on.
But they have to have other people working on. It's like, because Persona 5 done. They probably have other people working.
They did make that Soul Hackers game, which is, I mean, pretty much a fucking Persona game.
Yeah. Well, Soul Hackers 2 was considered a flop. It was considered a flop, though I do have it.
Really?
Yeah, but it's been on the back burner since. God, man.
Yo, Unicorn Overlord. That comes out. That comes out March.
Oh my god. Oh my god. There's not enough time in a year. There's not enough time in a year to play all these RPGs.
There really isn't.
There's not enough time in my lifetime. I'm gonna have to retire and play all these games by the time when I'm retired.
By then we have a Persona 10 out.
Yeah, by then for sure, 100%, guaranteed. All right. Well, I think we've dragged on long enough. Guys, let us know in the comments because I'm actually curious to know. Let us know in the comments.
Yeah, do you think we're gonna get a Persona 4 remake or do you think we're gonna get a Persona 6 first?
Which one comes out first?
Mm-hmm.
But that's it. This is actually a bonus episode because we don't normally do 2 episodes in a week, but we want to do a little something for y'all. Thank you guys again for listening. This has been Now for Normies. Thank you guys so much for taking the time out of your day to listen. Do us a favor, like the video, comment, subscribe, do all the stuff that YouTube wants us to do. If you're listening on Spotify, thank you guys so much for listening. We are also on Apple Podcasts. We just got onto Apple Podcasts, so if you have an iPhone or whatever, if you have an iOS device, listen to us over there. Thank you guys so much for listening once again. Honestly, you guys make this so much more fun to engage with you guys. It makes it a lot of fun for us. And guys, we'll be seeing you guys soon.
Bye.
Later, guys.
See you.